everyone, and welcome to Honoring Our Heroes, a look at the military history in Presque Isle. I'm Sean Cunningham. On this installment, we talk to a local hero who's sharing his insights with other veterans, helping them tap into the resources owed to them for their military service. What exactly is that particular organization, and how is it helping?
As a member of the VFW, the Marine Corps League, DAV, we're not allowed to take one side or the other politically. But I felt that when it comes to elections, there are some people that are pro and veterans, and some people are not so pro veterans. And the veterans need to be able to have a voice and take a stand. But a very good example was the attempt to close the Caribou Main Veterans Home. We found out about it, we got involved, and we won. And so what it is, it's a group made up of veterans to support and advocate for veterans, so that we can turn around and try to maybe preserve what little bit of veteran benefits we're getting. You know, nothing makes me any more angry than when they start talking about like Social Security is a government gift now. It's not something we paid for our whole lives. And the same thing goes with veterans benefits. We were told we would have certain benefits, and a lot of people made career decisions based upon that. And now bit by bit, they've lost all that.
How are you finding like that your organization and this dialogue that you're having is getting more people, more local veterans in the county community access with those services and resources and benefits?
Well, first thing I did with the AVAC, I started a Facebook page, and I did the same thing for the Marine Corps League and several others, because unfortunately this is the age of social media, and as a professional author, I know that as much as I do not enjoy chit-chat on social media, I have to have a presence to advertise my books and things of that nature. So it is what it is, and the world today is online.
How could we help more veterans in our community? What needs to happen? What are some of the holes or the gaps, and how can we fill them?
The biggest hole in the gap, and it's not anything new, it's membership in veterans organizations, such as the VFW. I recall when I got out of the Marine Corps back in early 1970s, I was immortal. I was in my mid-20s. I was never going to need all those medical things and stuff. Well, about 1975, I got an eye-opening in that I was diagnosed with pulmonary tuberculosis. And having been in Vietnam and come back from there, it was automatic service connection. And then I realized that you're only guaranteed the second you're living. And our big effort right now is to get people to get involved with these veterans groups. You don't have to go to meetings and stuff like that, but the veterans groups have some features that can be very helpful. One, we drive hard to get veterans to at least register with the Veterans Administration. One of the battles we fought to keep the main veterans home open was that they were using as an excuse a declining population of veterans. Well, you don't have to walk too far around here and go through any parking lot and look at all the veterans plates. Now, you're only allowed one veteran car per family. So it's not like one family has 5 plates, you only have one. And you see how many veterans there are. But when these people, see, the main veterans home is kind of odd. The state of Maine charters it, but it's run by a nonprofit.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you find, why is it important for us, like we have Veterans Day coming up, this interview will be a part of that whole special to kind of commemorate. Why is it important that this generation and even the generation coming up remember the services and the service that you and your comrades, and even in modern I guess conflicts? Why is it important that we remember what you do and pay homage to what you do?
To ignore the mistakes of the past, you're going to repeat them. And there are a lot of people. I was named after my uncle who was killed in France in World War II. Wow. And he was 19 years old. And I think he was like a week shy of his 20th birthday when he was killed. That's a pretty big sacrifice.
Huge.
And we have a tendency, especially Americans, of taking things for granted. Freedom is not free. And you can't buy it with money. Our government makes that mistake. We go all over the world giving money to countries to be our friend, and the next thing you know, we're fighting a war against them. Because it costs dedication. Yeah. It costs an ability that, there are many people that go in the military and never go to war. Yeah. But they've made that commitment that if they have to, they will. Mm-hmm. And if we forget them, then all those people, all the way back to the American Revolution, all those deaths are in vain.
What can we do better?
I'll be doing the keynote speech at this veteran cemetery, this Veterans Day. And the premise of my speech is going to be, I don't know about other Vietnam veterans, but I don't know what it is about we Vietnam veterans that make people feel guilty. Every time I talk with someone, you were in Vietnam? Well, I almost joined. You almost joined, yeah. Well, maybe what we need to do is thank those people who did not almost join. The people that, our country, right or wrong, it's still our country. Mm-hmm. And, along with the privileges we get as American citizens, there also comes that cost, duty, whatever you want to call it, that we do this so that your children can grow up in a free society where the only thing that truly restricts what they do and what they can do is themselves. Mm-hmm. And
that's so beautifully said.
Yeah.
That's beautifully said.
There are too many countries in the world that, I had a very close friend. He moved here from Russia. He was a physicist working with laser systems. He put in his paperwork, this was back in the days of the Soviet Union. Mm-hmm. He put in his paperwork to emigrate to the United States. The next day, he was no longer a scientist, he was an elevator operator. And had he been denied the right to emigrate, he'd still be an elevator operator today. And his children would probably be elevator operators. We don't have to worry about that here. You want to be a doctor? Fine. But on the beach. And I laughed at this gentleman. I said, while we were hiding down beside the sides of the ship, you're sitting up there and you're crazier than we are. And but you listen and you talk to these people.
Mm-hmm. And you learn their stories.
I did when I was Commandant of the Marine Corps League, we did a deal where we identified all of the local World War II veterans we could. We visited them. We gave them a certificate of appreciation and an American flag. And I'm standing here looking at members of our greatest generation actually crying because we remembered them. Yeah. And that, people say, well, what can we do to help the veterans? Just that. Remember us, And
say thank you. So I'm going to say it. Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Next time you see a veteran and you say thank you for your service, don't just be doing a platitude. Mean it. Yeah. And you might even want to look at him and say, Thank you for not almost joining.
On our next and final installment, we talk with the CEO of Wreaths Across America and find out how that organization is honoring veterans all year long. Honoring our heroes, I'm Sean Cunningham. Thank you for watching.